Play with Jake if you want to. You think that barefoot, he'll swing. I'm telling you.
You think if there wasn't bro country, there'd be Morgan Wallen?
No.
Wish I could kept them all. Ooh, but I loved them everyone.
There was a bell. It was bright light, and Toby stepped out and he said, "They're not ready for your little dog going back down there." And that's when
No way.
That's when I woke up. That's how I woke up.
But oh my God.
Come on.
Holy shit. Look at this guy. One of my best buddies in the entire world. Give me a hug, dude. How are you, man? Oh, God. How are you, dude?
They were like, Jake's here. I was like, wait, they're like, do this. I'm like, no.
Shit, you look skinnier than me,
I
boy.
know, man. I'm trying to catch up to
You look good, dude.
What's up, man?
Just was talking to them. Have a seat, bro. This guy. Come on,
man.
Talk. Come on, Colt.
Hey, Colt, can you take the other stool?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Here.
I'll sit right over.
Here, dude.
Yeah, on the edge there.
So,
Yeah, there we go.
dude, this guy right here, I love this man, and he's probably like not probably, he's top 3 people I've met in my life in this business. You know how I was just telling you about people?
Yes.
That like you could text and they text you back, or people that care. Like there's people that care, and then there's people that pretend to care. And this dude right here cares. This dude cares not only about me, but you care about a lot of people, man. And the way you, like, you know, his adoration and love, is, as we all do, for Toby is huge. And dude, guy, just it like filled my heart, dude. When I turned around and you were right there, we were just talking about like people in life and being grateful.
Not only that, we were talking about Dirt Road Anthem too.
I just mentioned that song because I said I take that out of the right. Who started Bro Country?
I don't know. There's some that might say it was my fault. I don't know.
There you go. Then maybe it's Colt.
I've been involved with, charged with a lot of things.
Right.
I was just trying to make music.
That's what we were talking about. No, I said I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Everybody talks like they shy away from this idea of Bro Country. I was like, that was a pivotal time in not only my life but in the music genre at that time for what made country music as popular as it is.
Yeah,
you think if there wasn't Bro Country, there'd be Morgan Wallen?
No. That exists.
He's like, in a way, like he's still making, like with the same producer that I made Barefoot Blue Jean Night. I was explaining that Barefoot Blue Jean Night when it started was claps and stomps and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't really going on. And Joey Moy hadn't produced like that type of stuff. Next thing you know, Florida Georgia Line he's producing. Morgan Wallen. By the way, Hardy.
Yeah.
Ernest.
Yeah.
All of them. So they're all like, he's done a pretty good thing, but I was just saying, I embrace that time in our lives, dude. And like,
It's all part of it. It's all part of the journey. I mean, like,
how about your journey, Cole?
Yeah, my journey's been a little bit different here the last year or so, but Jake and I have been, since I first came to town, it was instantly a golf connection with him and I.
Yeah.
And we met and we just became friends early on. Jake's been one of the artists that's like been just a supporter of mine, a fan. We became good friends.
We did a song together.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs, one of my biggest songs, and so we've had a long-standing relationship, knows folks real good and everything.
Who's worse at golf?
Well, this is how you're trying to start some trouble here.
Right. See
I think it's a numbers game.
Now that Colt's all thin and jacked. What do you hit it, like 350 now?
No, like 35 yards. I can't hit it anywhere. That's how. See, y'all know how to get it started.
In the peak,
the peak, it's not even close.
You're the pro. Yeah.
This is the man right here. Well,
I tell you all, can truly, really, really at a high level play. Jake truly can.
Wow.
I mean, no doubt. The only reason I ever beat Jake because I'd start talking so much that I would get him. I'd drive him crazy.
Well, a lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of people sit across from me and talk about golf nowadays. Like, there's a lot.
Hey, by the way, can I just throw this out there on camera and everywhere, please? Will you guys know George Birge?
Yes.
Yeah, George is. I think George should be the best.
So
player.
he says he's one of the best because he played in college.
Bring it, dude. Like, I know you're sitting here, you're a great player, but guys, George Birge has been talking a lot of
Yeah, he has to me.
So here's the deal. George, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've told everybody out there.
I got the number. I'll call
you. I know,
like,
bring your Cowboy songs money to the golf course.
I'm about to FaceTime
and
right
like, let's play, dude. I've been trying to track this guy down. He keeps dodging me. But he has no problem telling the world that he can beat me, but yet he doesn't want to play me.
Beat you.
Like, dude, I'll meet you today on the golf course somewhere. I'm sorry, man.
To
These
Dustin
days, I ain't
Lynch.
lying, Colt.
No, he compared
right
you to
now.
Dustin Lynch. He put you in the Dustin Lynch category.
Dustin Lynch category.
He said Dustin has a stick.
What?
Yo.
Wait, no. F this guy. Hey, dude. Yep.
It's going down.
Where everybody keeps asking me, George Birge is telling everybody he's the best golfer. I find that hard to believe when you've never played me. And you just found your way into country music the last few years. All of a sudden, you're the best golfer in the genre. I've been doing this for 20 years, bro. I'll smoke you.
Yo.
Just getting my first cup of coffee in, and this is the shit I got.
Yeah.
Well, hey, when you start it, and you're everywhere I go, every interview I'm doing, people are like, "Oh, George Birge told us he'll smoke you in golf." I'm like, that's super weird because he dodges my calls, he won't answer me, and I've challenged you 100 times. So if you're free today,
He's talking
I'll
about
meet
your
you at
mama,
any
George.
golf course you want, dude.
He did say something about your mom, and I told him that you told me that you could beat him, and you compared him
And you
to
compare
Dustin
me to
Lynch.
Dustin Lynch in
How
golf,
about-
bro. You can have Dustin as a partner. I'll play you both best ball, and I'll beat you.
Oh, shit.
It's on camera.
It's on camera. Oh,
You want to answer that?
There it is. You heard it there.
I love you though, George. I tell everybody, I'm like, George is he not the nicest guy ever? But I'm like, ballsy move to tell people you're gonna smoke me. All
All right. I didn't have.
right, anyway, I just had to let you know that because I'm not scared of you.
Okay, George. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, congrats on all the success.
Start the day.
Have a great day, pal. All right.
Let's get lit up this morning.
Hey, whoa. What a way to start the day. I just want you to know something. I started my day coming here to talk about my new record, and I end my day in a morning interview
And he's jacked up.
hearing about how George is telling people he can beat me. And I'm like, well, I need to call him and tell him he can't. So
I disagree.
wait, so tell me, because you've been telling everybody else, just tell me in my face, you're gonna beat me. Are you gonna beat me in golf?
I like my odds.
Okay. Well, what do you want to put on that?
Oh.
What are your odds?
I don't really.
Well, we can do it for charity. You can be whatever you want. What's your charity of choice?
Colt Ford. Colt Ford.
Okay,
Colt
you
Ford's your
figure it
charity.
out and you get back to me. You can
Wait.
have-
How about we start at 10 grand?
For charity?
Yeah.
Sure.
For me, it all goes to the Colt Ford Hospital Fund.
10 grand.
For Colt Ford.
Yep.
All right. See
What?
you, boys.
All right,
All right.
man.
I'll try to contain him.
Dude, he
Okay,
couldn't. You
there
see
it
that?
is.
He got nervous.
He did get nervous. He clammed
shook him
up a
up.
little bit. He
Colt
did.
knows this about me, though. As I said earlier, I've gotten, in my elder years, I've gotten better, dude.
He's
But
calmed down a lot. Y'all have no idea. So,
That
for
was
me,
calm? Okay.
For me being like, I was like super redneck, like I'm super redneck. And people all the time, they're like, hey, you friends with Jake? I mean, he's like, I'm like, Jake will fight quicker than anybody I know. Because I'm like, y'all don't understand, bro. I'm like, I'm riding down the road at like 3 in the morning. I get phone beeps on the bus. Jake, picture. Nose all bloody. What are you doing? Me and my brother got in a, him and his brother.
my brother.
His brother, his twin brother. I'm like, y'all are 30 years old. Why the hell are y'all fighting? I've been like, this wasn't like a little fight. It's a real fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, y'all play with Jake if you want to. You think that barefoot, he'll swing. I'm telling you.
I will say, I'll get back to George, though. Like, he's a great dude.
No,
He's
George
an
is a good
incredible
dude.
guy. I could tell we caught him off guard because
He wasn't ready for that.
he wasn't really playing into it either.
No,
so.
he got a little
But
nervous.
George, wherever you are, I am serious. I'll beat you. But but he's a good dude.
That'd be a good match. I mean, George can really play, but I mean, Jake can really play. I mean, neither one of them can beat me, but it's whatever. I had a heart attack.
I've
so.
seen Colt play. I know he can play.
Nah,
but like,
we've had a lot of fun
I've just
playing.
heard about George. You know what I mean?
Cole, you're the second guy that sat there that has died before.
No,
Vassar?
Phil Vassar was here. And
Phil Vassar died before and came back.
He had
Yes.
a heart attack too. Bad, same thing.
Yeah.
Similar. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. We were talking about doing a tour next year. The Heartbreak.
Hold on, wait.
The heartbreak
tour.
tour.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta know, man. What's it like? What's it like dying?
Everybody was like, hey, what was it like going? Did you go through a tunnel? I said,
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
That's wild.
Is that? Give me your.
What happened? Yeah. So Jake, we were talking earlier. He knows me and Toby were super close. Jake, all three of us play a lot of golf together. Just hung out together, and he used to call me Little Dog Daddy. And I'd say most times you would think, and Jake will tell you this, when you're an artist, your own artist, we got egos and whatever. But when you're around somebody like that, even around him, there's times you're like, freaking Toby Keith. You know, you just feel that way, like, wow, that's, and he used to call me Little Dog Daddy. So clear as a bell, it was bright light, and Toby stepped out and he said, they're not ready for your little dog going back down there. And that's when I woke up. That's how I woke up. Yeah, I swear. Trish, I had told Trish about it. His wife Trish said,
well, that's better than him saying, come on, brother.
well, better than saying, welcome home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I told Trish, she actually flew out there. She flew out there and hung out in the hospital.
So, but what did you say? Do you remember saying, thanks, big dog?
I'll holler at you, bro. I literally just, I'm like, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what had transpired at all. Didn't know anything about it.
Well, you're meant to be here, man. That's why.
Yeah, man. So I can come back, stir it up with George and Jake. Yeah, I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to instigate this match.
How detailed? Which Toby face did you see? The pre-sick Toby?
Yeah, just
how you remember
in his
his glory days.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, like he was kind of large. He was larger than life, man. Toby Keith's like John Wayne, and he was good to me. He was good to Jake. I mean, he's
a good dude.
A lot of guys don't reach back. I mean, he was good to you. He would help you. A lot of guys don't even, like Jake said, some answer the phone, some don't. I mean, and I learned that a lot more.
It's funny. It's always like it's like
a lot more than ever. I've learned it since the accident, and it's okay. I mean, you just realize.
Yeah, you realize the people that like care. Yeah. And you realize people that are.
It's not about necessarily having to be there. We're all busy or whatever. But I meant like there's certain people that I'm like, if you'd have told me that I wouldn't have heard from him, I'd have gone, you're crazy. I bet you all the money in the world. Like, there's certain people and then there's certain, they'll be honest. Some people I was like, wow, I haven't heard from them. That's surprising to me. And it made me feel some kind of way. I'd be lying if I tell you it didn't.
I just
I'd be lying if I told you it didn't.
And it hurts your feelings sometimes when you feel like you're in a community full of people that like, I thought we're all boys. I thought we're friends. And then in some of your toughest moments, when you kind of want to hear from those people, you realize they're like, damn, it's not even maybe that they're not even good people. It's like people are onto their own lives.
Yeah,
and there's a difference between people, getting back to Toby, there's a difference between people, like think about all the stuff Toby had going on in his life. Yeah. Same as Kenny. I just said this a minute ago. I go, Kenny, I could text him right now. And he'll text me back instantly. But I could text some other guys that could never dream of being on the level of Kenny Chesney. He won't text me back for a week. And I'll be like, whoa, that's weird. You're busier than Kenny Chesney.
That's what I'm like, yeah.
Right?
When they say, I'm like, man, I outworked everybody. I didn't have no choice. I know I'm busy and I'm old and I was fat. And I'm like, you guys don't have time you're too tired to answer my text. I mean, it made me, I would lie, it made me feel some kind of way. But it's also been enlightening in a lot of ways. And I'm trying to learn to.
How grateful, we were just talking about being grateful. Like, do you just like every day wake up now because I'm sure there were days before you were just waking up and living, right? And now you're like waking up and living now is you realize it's an absolute gift.
BSBP, be still and be present. Like I've always just been go. The entire time Jake and I have known each other, like we've done like one trip together, but like honestly, it was always just like we're going. He's going, I'm going. We meet, whatever, like. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I need to pay attention a little bit more. There's a lot of things going on in the world. We got kids. We tell and Pearl. I meant like I've known since the beginning, and it's good for me because I'm 56. So a lot of times I can talk with Jake or somebody. I've already done a lot of stuff that he has to go through. So you share, and maybe it keeps him from having to go down that road or whatever. I mean, when you got real friends, I mean it's a big deal. Like if I saw him out about to do something dumb, I wouldn't let him do it. I mean, and there's a lot of guys that'd be like, do that, Jay. Hang on. Do that shit. Let me get it on camera. I'm just telling you. I mean, I've seen it happen. I mean, I've watched it happen. And I'd be like, nah, bro, we're not doing that. Come on. We can fight if you want to, but we're not getting in trouble.
What's like my dad?
Look how mature we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my dad back in the day had a heart attack, and when he came back, he survived. He started wearing a seatbelt. Yeah. He never wore a seatbelt before. He never spoke about it, but I noticed as a kid, he started putting his seatbelt on. Are there little things?
I didn't wear it because I was too fat before. Now I can wear it, no problem. I can sit in. I don't have to have the big old seat now. Yeah, there's lots of things. Jake and I haven't got to hang out at all. We've talked and multiple times, but I haven't seen you. So
I've reached out to him a few times.
Yeah, we've
like,
talked,
dude, I'm thinking about how you been.
Times. We always do it because again, Jake, my dad passed away, or my dad loved Jake. Him and Jake were buddies, and I'm good friends with Jake's dad and mom. So literally, we send messages like that kind of stuff. Like, hey,
wow.
You text me the last I got a text you was in September with you telling me I should record T.G. Shepherd's. I loved him every month because I do that.
Dude, that's how my mind works. I'm sitting there laying. I'm like, why am I texting Jake about something he should? Not me. I'm like, dude, you should record that. Girls will go crazy. And he's like, maybe I should.
I've known some painted ladies, sparkle in the night. Country girls that love the lover's moon. God, that's a good old T.G. Shepherd, man.
That's so good. That guitar hasn't been tuned in like 22 years.
Yeah, I can tell. This is another thing they don't know. If you just grab an acoustic guitar.
What?
That's all the rage these days is music without a tuned guitar.
And sing. There's very few people that can.
That was awesome. Yeah, what was that?
I literally, but that's how my mind was like.
Wow.
I don't want people to ever be able to go through our text chain completely, but that would probably be bad for both of us. There's some fun stuff, but like, it's just, man, it's good to see you.
You too, buddy.
I've listened to your new music, man. It's so good.
Thanks, man.
It is. So, that's what people don't understand. Like, they think, barefoot blue jeans. I'm like,
yeah, we were just talking about that.
Like, not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
He's changed the whole music. His music's changed, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
love it, man.
I told these guys earlier that my granddad will be 103 at the end of this month.
Wow.
I asked him how he's doing it, and he said, "Just you gotta be grateful. I've always been grateful." And and I said, "Well, how do you stay grateful?" He said, "Because you can't be truly grateful with a bitter heart." And I said, I've carried, like, we all, like, sometimes carry a little bitterness, thinking that we deserve more than we have right now. And I finally realized, like, we don't deserve anything more.
We're not entitled
to anything. And my granddad's never felt entitled. If anything, he's given of himself to others, and I think that's what's given him a lot in return. And so, it takes sometimes.
We get the egos.
Yeah,
it happens for us. And I'm telling, there's been time, Jake, we've got into it. Like,
I've gotten into it with tons of my friends in this business.
Into it. And I was like, dude, that's messed up. You were wrong, bro. That's bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that was wrong.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, he's also man enough to go, all right. Like, he acknowledges and we grow up and we get older but again, sometimes thank you can sound like F you, and that's not a good thing. And I've told Jake that. Hey, bro, you that might be hurting you in some kind of way. It didn't matter if it hurt his feelings. I was trying to tell it because I love him, and I'm trying to tell him something that I think will help him. And he would do the same for me. Yeah. Again, we haven't seen each other, but if I called and said, Jake, I need you here, wherever here is, I promise you he shows up.
I'll be there.
There's a handful, like I said, and I promise you they show up. No matter what. I'm not even asking what it is or what we're doing. They are absolutely showing up, and he's one of them.
Wow.
This is great, man.
This is cool, man. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all, man.
This is great. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by.
This could have been better. We were literally in here talking about friends and people and gratefulness and maturing in life and everything.
You had no clue he was here?
No idea, but everything he's been through too, and we've all been through these heavy moments in our lives over the last few years.
I'll never forget when you were going through divorce. When things start, I know things get wild. I literally hit Jake up. He's like, man, I'm like, you need that. And he was like, we met out at a golf club in Tennessee. Yeah. We didn't even play 18 holes. We played 9 holes because we was just, me and him, we were just out there talking about what's going on in life and everything. It's like, that's what you're supposed to do with your boys, with your brothers, man. got to stick up for them when they need it and let them know when they're wrong. And if we can just do that as men, we'll all be, this whole world will be a little bit better.
Shit, you ain't lying about that.
Well, the two of us can work at it.
That's all.
See if it'll catch on.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying.
I love the positivity, gentlemen.
Heck
love
yeah.
the music and everything, man. Thank you, guys. All right, let's take a talk here with Billy Dukes. Take a gander into your thoughts about this interview here.
Yeah, it was sort of a Colt Ford and Jake Owen interview. And I mean, this really did come about as naturally as it seems. If it's just the audio version, you don't get a sense of it. What happened was Jake Owen, we did a full interview with him, and we were just wrapping up, and all of a sudden we hear a tap, tap, tap on the window, and Jake looks over, and Colt Ford is staring through the window. So we thought, let's make it a Colt Ford and Jake Owen interview, and that lasted another 25 minutes or so.
Right. I think what happened was, I mean, we knew that both the guests were booked, but it was interesting. Beforehand, I had spoken with Jake's guy per person and was like, yeah, just because Jake was running a little bit late. So he was like, yeah. I was like, it's all good. It just, Colt Ford will just wait. And he's like, oh, Colt's in there. They're great friends. I'm like, oh, cool. I figured he would told Jake that, but he didn't tell Jake that Colt Ford was here. And I didn't realize the Jake interview was running as long as it was. And it was like running into the Colt Ford time. And then I just look up and see Colt Ford banging on the window. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. And I didn't know at the end if I was supposed to interview Colt Ford alone, but I just kind of was like, we're good. I was like,
yeah. I think we need to do Colt Ford a solid here, and maybe at the end of our talk, share a little bit of the details about why he was actually there, which was promoting the album. But we can get into that in a second. But that was the trick, right? Was like you did sort of need to make that pivot or take control of the situation again, so that it was actually an interview and not just two guys sort of goofing around. And I thought you did a nice job of that because we wanted to get Colt Ford's story about his heart attack and dying and all of that and sort of where he's at now, because that's very much pertinent, top of mind.
Yeah, thanks. I just had to go into like group mode. I just had to go into like, this is a duo now. So I'm like, all right, I still need to know stuff about this guy in the duo. But it was fun to watch it happen. But then it was also like even more fun to try to like direct it because it was like getting weird. But everybody was cool. It was a lot of fun. It couldn't have gone any better. I'm glad we got that tidbit from Colt Ford because, everybody wants to know what you see right when you're going, and
yeah.
May we all be blessed with seeing Toby Keith on the way out.
We learned a lot about Jake, too, like Jake's fighting side. I didn't really know that was a thing. And I think we kind of learned that twice during this interview, not only with Colt sharing stories of Jake showing up with black eyes, but when they get George Birge on the FaceTime, man, that was pretty gnarly. Like I feel like we might owe George Birge an apology, even though we didn't really do it. Like we facilitated that. We provided the venue for his beating.
Yeah, but what I'll say is that from the way it sounded like, there's certain guys that that in their phone, their group chats are just violent and vile. And that's just how guys are with other guys. Like I have multiple group chats with several of my guy friends that are all different. I have some that are very studious and, citizen of great citizenship, worthiness of greatness. And then I have some that, are just gnarly. Like about, like you said, like maybe in our fantasy football league where I'm just going, like there's no holds barred. It can be like, why are you letting your 5-year-old play for you, dude? That you suck. It can get crazy. So part of me thinks that these are some highly competitive golfers. These aren't just 3 dudes. This is a pro golfer, former pro golfer, one that almost could have gone pro, and then a college golfer that could have gone pro. Like these are highly competitive guys. So I think that I think we got the peel back the curtain that their group chat could get a little bit crazy. But at the end of the day, they're all buddies. But Jake Owen did pop his head back in after the interview and said, like, do you think did we go too hard on George? So I think even he realized that, yeah, maybe he went too hard on George, but I think it's some boys will be boys stuff.
Did we, when Jake asked that question, did we answer him honestly? I don't know.
I don't remember. It wasn't on.
Like, oh, no, it's fine. But watching the replay and hearing it again, it's like, yeah, maybe a skosh, Jake. Maybe a skosh.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was a cool interview because like Jake Owen was definitely like open to talking about himself and getting his raw emotions out there. And I thought that was cool because everybody is thirsty for realness nowadays, and he came through with it.
So Colt Ford, if you're kind of new to Colt Ford or maybe just not a super fan, he's been around a good 20 years now. He had a song called No Trash in My Trailer that was sort of his first big viral hit. And I remember back at a radio station in 2007, 2008 getting requests for that song. Maybe it was a couple years later. And he kind of became the collaborations guy. Like everybody in country music eventually had a collaboration with Colt Ford. And I mean, like, you name them practically, they popped up on an album. Like short of like Carrie Underwood, but like especially all the men of country music would pop up on a song with him. Back, the song he had with Jake Owen was his biggest radio hit. He never had like a true top 10 or top 20 or song that got a ton of radio airplay, but Back was the song that came closest, and that was him and Jake Owen. So they had that professional connection, but obviously it's become a really deep friendship.
Yeah, that was cool. And it's like normal people friendship too, where they're friends on text and calls and they rarely see each other. That seems like the way to adult nowadays.
Colt's new album is called Little Out There, and it's 12 songs. He has a lot of collaborations as well, including Michael Ray makes an appearance, Josh Kelly, Tyler Booth, Yellow Wolf, and Brian Martin are all part of it. I believe he has previously released the Michael Ray collaboration called Hell of It, but it's more of what Colt does best. It's kind of that. He does a lot of like the spoken word, you could call it rapping, and often he'll let his guest artists take the more melodic choruses.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And I think that he's highly respected, like you said. So I think if he makes a call and wants somebody on a record, I think they'll jump on. And, I think that just has a lot to say with kind of who he is behind the curtains.
He used to tell me his dream was getting a collaboration with Taylor Swift. I wonder if maybe he recognizes that ship has sailed.
Possibly, but you know what is like anything's possible nowadays. I wouldn't even rule that out, but most likely, yeah, that ship most likely has sailed.
He would tell me that when Taylor was still in country. When they talk about the founders of Bro Country, like I would ask Colt like questions like, do we get Florida Georgia Line without Colt Ford? I don't think we do. And I think the wider question about if we get Bro Country without Colt Ford and Jake Owen,
well,
I think they have some valid points that they
do we get it? Do we have Florida Georgia Line, or do we have Florida Georgia Line, and are they as popular without Colt Ford? Like I don't know that Florida Georgia Line's musical stylings were necessarily inspired by Colt Ford, right? They were probably like making music. I don't know. Maybe they didn't even hear about Colt Ford, but I don't know.
Oh, they knew who he was because they were on tour with him. I think maybe Colt Ford's songwriting and the way he presented music was like a step up to that. But then you add in that Joey Moy production that Jake Owen sort of was one of the first to bring into country music space. That was Florida Georgia Line's longtime producers. I think those two things coming together got us to cruise.
So the Nickelback guy was the same, did the Florida Georgia Line stuff too?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool, man.
a lot of those albums, that just really, really heavy sound, and that sort of fresh production. And I think when people trash bro country, they trash it because it just became so dominant and like so repetitive over.
It's
the
like
course
trashing
of
Nickelback. Everybody's trashes Nickelback, but they have hits for a reason. People love Nickelback, but I think bro country turned into that. It just got too popular for itself.
And there was no evolution within sort of the genre. Like people just kept hitting press, rinse, wash, repeat on sort of the sound. So like every song is about taking a girl to the end of the dirt road and having your way with her. And it kind of, it just kind of, it became like, wow, this is what we're doing here every Friday night. Cause I literally never had a Friday night like that. That was just like, well, pick up the girl and take a little something under the seat of the truck. I was like, oh, we're drinking and driving now too, are we? Okay. Like,
yeah. The closest I ever got was going to like our neighborhood bonfire with my parents, while they were drinking. But yeah, I'm with you, man. There's not much going on there. But the way country music is, I could see bro country having a resurgence in like 10 or 20 years, just like 90s and 2000s country has now. So I don't think we've seen the end of bro country. Just it's on pause.
We'll get some of those good covers. And if you're listening to just the audio version of this podcast, quick reminder that this episode is available on YouTube, so you can see a lot of the things that we're talking about here, including the Colt Ford interview. Because this is a little strange for just an audio, because you don't see him welcoming court. But it was a nice moment. I don't think we lingered too long on that it disrupts just the audio version of the podcast. But we're trying to take the best of the podcast and certainly the in-studio versions and bring them to that YouTube audience as well, which has been a lot of fun to see the reaction to that.
What he said, man, I don't know. That was a lot of technical stuff, but I back it 100%.
Thank you. Always got my back, Kevin.
Always, man. I guess we should talk about what's coming up next on the next podcast, but we're getting to that time of year where I don't know, man. We're getting in near CMA time, so it could literally be anybody. We do have some interviews in the chute that we would love for you to hear. So we will be unloading all of our interviews from now until the end of the year. Just know that there won't be any reruns. We do have a lot still to go. It was a very busy end of 2025, and we're not even done yet. Would you say that?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of artists that you've had in. We have a Chase Matthew interview from, I think, September that we haven't had a moment to sort of present in full. Jamie
he was
O'Neal
cool.
Visited for King and Country, a little bit of a different twist, but we've tried from time to time to visit some other genres when they intersect with country.
Yeah,
that was a nice interview.
Yeah, they were cool, man. They were fun.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that we'll get to and we'll peel off here. Just go ahead and like this and subscribe to the Taste of Country YouTube channel as well. And try to look for the podcast on the audio. If you're watching this, just search for Taste of Country Nights on Demand.